Peace. In order for us to free our minds from the matrix, we must first have control of our emotions. Some people may see something like this, graffiti, and they may frown upon it because it's like a black eye to society. But to others, they may love it. They may see something like this, or see something like this, and say like, wow, that shit is dope. Some people hate the shit. And you see, when we hate stuff, it just sucks us in. And it just captures your soul. Because, you know, whether you have a job or you have family or whatever, it's always, at all times, some type of drama always going on. It never fails. There's always something going on that just sucks you in like a black hole and just capture your emotions and have you feeling some type of way. Everything is geared towards making you feel some type of way. Because if you don't feel anything, in the sense of you just feel indifferent, like, it's whatever. You're not saying this is good, this is bad, or whatever. You just allow it to be what it is. And it's like it just doesn't affect you because you have control of your emotions. And in a sense, it frees you from getting sucked into that 6. Because if you think about the number 6, you see it's line, it's like a spiral. And if you continuously get sucked into that spiral, which you always end up back at square one. You was doing good, you end up back at square one. Something went wrong or whatever, you end up at square one. We just keep going in this continuous cycle, and we never get past a certain point because we always end right back at square one because some shit happened. We got caught up in our emotions and it just, went away. So if you don't have control of your emotions, you're going to continuously get sucked into black holes and you're going to end up on the other side or back at square one. Everything is cosmic. Everything is, you can relate anything that happens in space that happens here. So that's the first thing. Stay in control of your emotions. Don't allow things to suck you in. Just be indifferent. Or give it positive energy. If you ain't giving it positive energy, just be indifferent. Don't give it negative energy because it's gonna come back around and bite you in the ass. The second thing is to control what type of imagery we subject ourselves to, because if we're watching TV all day, it's only gonna get you so far because we mimic what we see. When we think of a child, what are they doing? They mimicking what they see the adults doing because they want to do it, because that's what they see. For example, if I told you to imagine some shit you never saw before, you couldn't do it because you never saw it. We are only limited to the things that we have seen. So if you have not seen it, you can't imagine it. So if somebody told you to imagine it in terms of create your reality and manifest the things you want in your life and all that stuff, but if you have no memory of what it is that you want, then how are you supposed to do any of that? Because you don't have any memory. So for example, I feel personally there's no reason to be watching TV. As you see, I don't have a TV in my room, right? There's no TV, but I do have imagery. There's alien shit on my walls, and there's gonna be even more as the days go past. You know what I mean? As I'm making these videos, you're gonna continuously see more and more shit on my walls. See, this is just like the first blueprint right here. So, and that's the computers right here. This is all you need, really. You got YouTube. You got Netflix, you got all this shit. There's no reason for you to watch TV or, in a sense, not be in control of the imagery that you're putting into your brain. Because again, it makes an impression on you. It makes an impression. So this is all you need. YouTube, Netflix, just anything on the internet, you want to always be in control of what you are seeing. Because if we are not in control of what we are seeing, then in a sense, we will not be in control of our reality. And the last step is, you have to know where you've been in order to know where you're going. For example, you see this unk. It's an unk, but you see a bird on the top. It's kind of similar to the snake biting its own tail. And you see the bird is looking, it flies backwards. I'm not sure what the name of the bird is called, but it's a bird in Africa, I was told. But the bird flies backwards, and the point of it is just, you have to study the past. Because the past, in a sense, mimics the future. For example, with hip-hop, you see hip-hop started on like a futuristic, alien-like, space-like feel. Like, you listen to 80s electro and shit, that old school hip-hop. Not talking about Tupac, I'm talking about 80s and shit. Like that whole electronic feel of the hip-hop, the space-like feel. You're like, yo, if you looked at hip-hop today, you would never think hip-hop was even at that level. It was always, on this earth shit. But hip-hop started on some cosmic shit. With African Bambaataa and the Zulu Nation and all that shit. That's that cosmic shit. So it was always some outer space shit going on. So we must always be aware of whatever it is that we say we come in the name of. We have to know the history. You get into the Nation of the Gods and Nerds, the Nation of Islam, you are required to know the history. First and foremost, before you get any secret knowledge and all that shit, you are required to know the history. Now I'm going to show y'all a book real fast. This is called The Hood Health Handbook, as you see, by CB's A Life of Law, Supreme Understanding. This is the point where every day this is what we see. McDonald's, cigarettes, HIV in the Snapple, and WIC, EBT, alcohol. This is like all we see. There's no art. Where's the art? When we go outside every day, all we see is corporations. That's all we see. We see numbers and corporations and all this shit. This is all we see. Where's the art? Why don't we see this shit? And that was the point of the graffiti, is to put art into the hood. Because if all we seeing is this, with no art, how is anybody supposed to be inspired to do anything different? You don't see anything but this. And here's the second volume to it, and you see the same thing. She's trying to meditate, get her spiritual shit on, but you see, there's all kind of shit going on in the hood, right? And this is anywhere. It's not just the hood. It's just anywhere. Like it's always something going on that's supposed to suck you in. You can look at the homeless dude right here, like, and feel some type of way about him being homeless. You can feel some type of way about him sagging or having a dog. You can feel some type of way about niggas hanging out, in the corner and shit, ghetto daycare. It's always something to feel some type of way about. And this is what goes back to this one, where you see he's like losing his head. Like what the fuck is this going on? Because it's just nothing but corporations. This is the type of imagery they're putting on us. So if you don't understand what they're doing on a subconscious level, then you're gonna be lost. Now if you just draw your own art and you put the type of intentions and imagery into your art, this type of stuff that you want to see, then it's inevitable that we're going to manifest exactly what we want when we solidify it. Because this is what makes it real, the earth. If I didn't draw this on a piece of paper, it wouldn't be here. You wouldn't be able to see it. It's because it's on the paper. Now if this was just in my mind, that would be different. And that's the earth element. The earth element is the memory. But if it's not recorded on a piece of paper or a song on a record, if it's not recorded, in a sense it doesn't exist physically. So we're able to do stuff like this. Same thing with the other elements of hip hop, whether you MCing, you b-boying, you DJing, or you're doing a graffiti. It don't matter what you're doing, as long as you're doing something creatively. That's how we free ourselves from the matrix. Do something creatively. It don't matter what it is. Just do it. Put the imagery on your walls and put in that work. So that's what it is. I'll get at y'all later. Peace.